13 Breeders' Cup races, guys. Millie Ball, Jeff Siegel, and Vercruysse over 2 days run at Keeneland. For the very first time this year, 200 horses, a lot of pre-entry action going on, and the main focus is the Breeders' Cup Classic, the $5 million marquee event. When I printed out my past performances for this, alphabetically it goes American Pharoah, Beholder. That's kind of fitting. Siegel, your thoughts on the main event?
I think those are the two that are going to all play, and it's going to be a real showdown between the Triple Crown winner and Beholder, and of course Beholder arriving earlier this week at Kentucky, and she didn't ship all that well, and so now there's a little bit of a concern there with regards to her health. But American Pharoah could not have looked better in the workouts the last couple here at Santa Anita, so he's going to be the favorite, and what jumps off the page to me here among the pre-entries is a lack of early speed. So American Pharoah, Beholder, they should have every chance to reproduce their best form.
Beholder is a perfect 5 for 5 this year, Millie. American Pharoah coming off his first loss since his debut run, but the Triple Crown winner. You've seen both in the morning. How did they both look?
American Pharoah's work was absolutely brilliant the other day. That to me gave me 100% confidence that he will be going into the race back in top form. Beholder's work was good, but a very different kind of work. They're just ticking over with her and her maintenance because she's fit and ready. I was very concerned about her elevated temp, not so much about the temp, but the fact she had an elevated white blood cell count. So they are treating her with antibiotics. It could be something as simple as Baytril to get the temp down, get the whatever infection she has under control. They are doing some aggressive diagnostics, I thought, when I heard that she was going to have some form of lung scan, maybe because of her history with pneumonia. But if she goes back to the track tomorrow, then I think we will all feel good that they've got everything under control.
And of course, she missed last year's Breeders' Cup because of an illness, so hopefully she's going to be okay, but it's not something you want to see a week before the race. Also in this race, Aaron and Millie, Glen Eagles, an interesting Euro import, top-class horse who wants firm ground and didn't get it the last half of the year in England, so he's here. Kind of a mystery horse, really a high-quality horse, but we don't know how he'll handle dirt.
Yeah, I mean, he's a horse that he's skipped 4 engagements already this year because the ground has been too soft for him. And Aidan's been under a lot of criticism back in Ireland because he ran him the other day, finishing 6th out of 9 in Ascot's King George Queen Elizabeth Stakes on softer ground than he needs. But he's kind of like Bob. If he's bringing the horse like Bob is bringing American Pharoah, I have enough confidence in those two trainers. They know what they're doing.
Keen Ice just beat American Pharoah. Smooth roller, maybe the race of his life last time out right here at Santa Anita. Any long shot possibilities, or do we have to hone in on the American contingent top 2 on everybody's list?
I think so. I really do. And the way, as Millie pointed out, the way American Pharoah has been training, it's really hard to imagine him not showing up with his best.
That's the classic. Now, guys, pre-entry time. There's 13 races to choose from, right? Anybody, Millie, you're in particular looking forward to running on Friday or Saturday?
There is actually. There's a horse that's going to be running in the juvenile turf. His name is Simric for John Gosden. He's by Kitten's Joy, who won the Breeders' Cup Turf, and actually, his 4th dam is Personal Ensign, who won the Breeders' Cup Distaff, and that is a family of Breeders' Cup winners there with My Flag, Storm Flag Flying. So top and bottom, he's bred for a Breeders' Cup race. But what I do like about his form is he was 2nd to Ultra last time out in the Jean-Luc Lagardère. That's an undefeated 2-year-old by Mandura, very good horse of Farbs, and that really is his only mistake this year. So I like Simric a lot.
The old Jean-Luc Lagardère angle to the Breeders' Cup. Siegel, who are you looking forward to running?
Well, in the same race, Aidan O'Brien's got a Warfront colt named Hit It a Bomb, 2 for 2. Won his first start in a huge field, and then maiden race came back and won a stake on the all-weather. So this is a race that Hit It a Bomb has been pointing for. But the other one that I'm looking forward to is the Filly and Mare Turf. Once again, the Euros look like they have the goods here. Legatissimo is a fantastic 3-year-old filly. She won her last 2 races by daylight. She's in just a top-class filly and should really outclass that group of fillies, which is, strong. The Sita for Chad Brown, a few others in there that are really good, but Legatissimo, I think, is head and shoulders above that group.
Guys, 4 Friday Breeders' Cup races headed by the Longines Distaff. We'll call that Ladies' Day. 9 Breeders' Cup races on Saturday, all culminates with the marquee event, the Breeders' Cup Classic. $5 million on the line. Make sure you stay tuned leading up to the Breeders' Cup. They've got much more info for you to cash a ticket.